inside a very tiny pit and fold it. And we can take this huge universe and put it inside a very tiny pit and fold it. And we can take this huge universe and put it inside a very tiny pit and fold it. And we can take this huge universe and put it inside a very tiny pit and fold it.
guys, I have a little surprise for you. Tonight we are going to do another Battle Royale. And this one is going to be for half as much as the previous one, which is 50 million GP. And not just that, second place is also going to be winning something. I'm going to show you what that is shortly. So let's go ahead and roll a marbles. We're going to pick 5 winners for the first marbles. There's going to be 3 total marbles. Music a little loud, okay. I can also turn this up a little bit. Is that any better? There we go. Alright, so we're going to roll a marbles. First through 5th place are going to be getting entries into this Battle Royale, which is going to be for 50 million GP, and second place is also going to be winning something. And then 7th place is going to be winning a bond. So let's go ahead and get this marbles up. And we're going to use one of my maps too. Alright guys, go ahead and enter the marbles. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth are going to be getting entries into the Battle Royale, and 7th place is going to be getting a bond. So good luck. You guys have a minute to get in. And this here is the God Wars dungeon map. Come on, there we go. Oop. So this is the Kalphite Queen, or what's supposed to be the Kalphite Queen. And over here we have Dagannoth Rex with his claw hand. He looks like a freaking duck. And then what else? Forgot this one. This is the Corporeal Beast, or what's supposed to be a Corporeal Beast. It looks really weird. Looks like a balloon animal. And then we have Vandos. You can see his nipples too. Yeah, that's supposed to be Vandos. Alright, so first through 5th place getting entry into the Battle Royale. 7th place is getting a bond. Now we only have 8 people in the marbles. You missed the first one? Yeah, there's going to be more. We're going to do 3 total marbles tonight. And if people fall off, it's just going to be what's on the list from 1st to 8th place. He's going to eat you. Spit going to take it. I think I'm a little bit more organized. Ooh, shoot, Sponks just fell off. Oh, people are falling. So because people are falling, it'll just be whatever's on the list. Because we only have 8 people. Wonder if everyone's going to fall off. That'd be kind of interesting. Oh, he hit. Oh no. Man, everybody's freaking dying. If you all die, it doesn't matter who dies, because I'm still going to be looking at the list from top to bottom. So right now, 5th place would be Fried Riches, and then 7th place would be Beefy Coco. So Beefy Coco, you won the bond, and then Fried Riches, you won the spot in the Battle Royale. Write these down. Fried Riches. I didn't know this map was so good at killing people. Alright, Bit Holmes, you are getting an entry. I mean, everyone here is probably getting an entry anyway. So let me just write these down real quick. Arsene Charizard. Frost is me. Okay. So right now we have 5 people in the Battle Royale and 1 person's getting a bond, which is Beefy Coco. Come on, get in there, guys. There we go. Alright, so 1st through 5th is Bit Holmes, Jojong, Frost is me, Arsene Charizard, and Fried Riches, and then 7th place is Beefy Coco. So let's go ahead and pick the characters first, and we'll do them from top to bottom. Okay, so let's see here. So Bit Holmes, you are the first one who gets to pick here. So which Ned do you want to pick to represent you in the Battle Royale? Doesn't matter which one you pick, they're all exactly the same. He wants Buana. So let's go ahead and pick a Buana. I found a much faster way to do this too. You just do this. Bit Holmes. A little bit harder when it's smaller like this. There we go. Now we copy this. And I'll put you into the Royale here. Okay. And there we go. You're in. Okay, so next up is Jojong, you are the next person who gets to pick. Which one do you want? They're all exactly the same. And I should probably mention this time we're adding a rule. There it is. If you guys are on 1,000 total, you need to let me know. I'll take boot. Boot bed. Okay. Boot bed. Jojong. Alright, put you in here. Alright, you're in. So next up is Arsene Charizard. You get to pick your character now. So which Ned do you want? Boot was just taken, so you gotta pick something else. Jojong pick Boot. Danger Oaks. Computer's lagging a little bit today. It's weird. Alright, Arsene Charizard. This is Battle Royale, and this particular Battle Royale is actually non-canon, because technically speaking 4D-Ned can't actually be in this Battle Royale. But there is actually a story behind the Battle Royale, and I'll tell it to you later, when we get to that point. I have a whole thing set up for it. So let me go ahead and throw you in here. Arsene Charizard. Danger Ned. It's a little bigger than the thing. Okay, you're in. Okay, here we go. Next up is Frost is me. Frost is me, which one do you want? And remember guys, this is for 50 million, it's not the same as the other one. Clue Hunter. Alright. For this Battle Royale in particular, second place will get another prize, and I'll show you that prize after we finish this. Frost is me. Guys, remember when Beggar said he was going to be here? I was low-key hoping that Beggar would pick Beggar. Alright, let's put you in here. Okay, Clue Hunter. Oh yeah, he's sleeping. He'll come in at like the last minute and be like, what did I miss, guys? Okay, you're in. And Fried Riches, you get to pick a Ned. So which one do you want? Beggar's in a taco coma. Fried Riches, are you there? Calling Fried Riches. There he is. Let's go with Santa. Good choice. It's much faster now because I kind of figured out a faster way to do it. Fried Riches. We're going to have a total of 15 people that are in this Battle Royale. No, not top 8, top 5. There's going to be 15 people, 3 marbles are going to be rolled. Total of 15 people in this battle. Okay, here we go. And Santa. There we go. Okay. So now we got 5 people in the Battle Royale. And halfway into the stream, we're going to roll another marbles. Do I get one or have I missed by chance? We'll have 2 more marbles that are coming up. Did AI got updated? Yes, it did. It's now 3.0. We're going to have 2 more marbles. Each one is going to have 6 winners, and 5 of those are going to be for the Battle Royale. 1's going to be for the bond. So right now we have 1 more bond to give out, which is for Beefy Coco. So Beefy, you want to go ahead and come to 305 Edgeville. And I'm going to show you guys what second place is going to be winning. So you'll notice a couple things in my inventory here. We've got the 3 bonds at the top, and then we got the 50 mil. This is going to be for the Battle Royale. And then we got a bunch of caskets here at the bottom with some clue stuff. The person who comes in second place, I'm going to open all of these for you, and you're going to get whatever's inside. And we're going to go with the same rules as last time, which is this. So if you do actually get a Bloodhound, and I didn't actually get an Elite this time because I didn't have time to, but we did get 2 Masters. And if you get a Bloodhound from one of these Masters, I'll give you a bonus 25 mil. So potentially you could be walking out here with a nice little chunk of money. So I need Beefy Coco to come here. Let's see what your user is. Beefy Coco, same thing. There he is. Beefy Coco, go ahead and confirm in chat. It's me? Alright. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and explain this thing, shall we? Get this right here. Okay, here we go. Alright, so. Okay, so when I first started doing this, I started posting a bunch of ads in Beggar's Discord, and the overall theme that I was going for was kind of a movie thing, because I consider this one bill giveaway to be like the movie compared to the episodes that were on Beggar's stream. It's like the entire Multiverse of Ned thing, I consider those to be the episodes, and then the multiverse, the fourth dimension of Ned was the movie, kind of. So if you guys notice, there's kind of like a movie theme going on with all the things that I was doing. And let me show you the first thing that I posted here. So So this was the very first thing that I posted in regards to this giveaway. And you guys probably recognize this now that the giveaway is over, but what you may not have noticed is that I actually was hiding messages the entire time. And I'm going to show you where this was. In the corner here, there was actually something that you guys may not have seen. Right here. So if I expand that, it says Access Encrypted. This was kind of the first start of the secret thing that I was going for. I was trying to give you guys a hint that there was going to be some hidden stuff. And I'm not sure if anyone actually found this or not, but this was here the entire time. So if you guys did see it, good for you. Wow, hidden messages, yeah. There's a bunch of hidden messages that you guys may not have seen. And we're going to go through all of them. I noticed one message, but not that one. Yeah, I don't think anyone really saw it. But it says Access Encrypted. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. That was the only message that I hid in here. And I was actually thinking about hiding it like right here. I was going to hide a bunch of binary on this little row right here. But when you looked at it, the way I did it, it just didn't really work because you could see it very clearly. I wanted it to be like smaller and hard to see. So that was the first thing that we posted there. And this was posted on New Year's Day, which is why it says 2023 at the bottom. And then I posted a second teaser, so I'll show you that one too. Where is it? Let's see. Alright, so here's the second teaser, which now that we've done the giveaway, you can tell this is where Santa Ned was. And I'm going to be explaining the whole thing with Santa Ned as well. And once again, there's something right here. This one says initializing, ... So that was kind of like saying that we're getting started. And those were the two messages that I hid for those. And they don't really mean anything. It's just like a little hidden thing for you. A watermark, yeah. So let's see here. This was actually shown a month later. And then after that, I was posting these dark pictures, which you guys will probably recognize. So here's the first one. And I'm going to explain what these mean now. So this one, it says how dark it is before the dawn. And the reason why I posted that is because it's a quote. And I'm going to show you what that quote is. Here's the quote that is based on. This is the full quote that I pulled it from. And the reason why I picked this quote is because it's about the fourth dimension, which is what the entire giveaway was about. This was kind of just a hint as to the fourth dimension. So honestly, I don't really know anything about these quotes. I just found them on the internet. I just looked them up. But that was the kind of general ideas. I was kind of hinting towards the fourth dimension. So let me show you the next picture. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So this one had a little picture of Ned right here. And then if you go here, you can hit it again. And there's a little picture here and another picture here. Now that we've completed the giveaway, can you guys tell me what you think this is? I'm going to show you what it is, but does anyone actually know what this is? It is something. It's Axis 3D Grid. Pretty close, yeah. So let me show you what this is. Those two symbols are supposed to be these two symbols, which is the X, Y, and Z axis, which is the third dimension, and then time, which is the fourth dimension. Well, the fourth dimension is presumed to be time. It's not 100% accurate that it actually is time, but that's what it's presumed to be. So that was supposed to represent the fourth dimension again. So let me show you the next one here. Then here's the multiverse one. So going by the whole multiverse theme, we have a whole bunch of Neds here. And then each one has every other one has a message inside. So we'll go and uncover this message. Yeah, you guys are pretty close. Alright, so it says, every time you make a choice, you make the future. And let me show you the reason why I picked that one. So this is the original quote that I pulled that from. And this one is essentially about the choices you make determining the future. And the entire design goal that I had with this giveaway was to have choices that you make. And those choices would impact the future of the giveaway. And that's kind of what I was going for with it. Never would have found the second hidden message because I thought I just changed the luminosity of the pictures, yeah. People were supposed to bring it into Paint or something and just hit the paint bucket tool. it's a little bit of a long message. Basically, it's just saying that, you know, the decisions you make will determine the future, which was kind of the design goal of the entire giveaway. Because, you know, all the giveaways that I did had a choice that could be made, and that choice would impact the future of the giveaway and the other people that are playing. I tried to use the paint bucket tool, but I never found success. Are you sure you were using it right? May not have been using it right. But anyway, that's those are the 3 dark pictures and what they mean. So now we got the next picture here. This was kind of the start. Right here. So this was the picture that I posted in Beggars to kind of start the whole thing. And this was basically advertising the trailer. Or no, this was advertising the trailer, which was this one over here. So that was going to be advertising this one right here. And this one actually did have a hidden message as well, which I honestly forgot I put it in here. So you can see there's a message up here. And you can't really read it, but what it says is corner text. It's kind of hard to see, but it says corner text. And I think it was, who was it? Let me see. I got a message. Somebody actually like spent time looking at this, and then they sent me a message like, "Oh, you got me." Let me find that message real quick. Saker. It was Saker. He spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out what this said, and then it eventually said corner text. So I thought that was kind of funny. He spent all that time just to find out it said nothing. So yeah, there's that's the advertisement picture. Let's see here. This was the very first thing that I posted, which you saw this in the video as well. I don't think there was anything hidden here. You can see. Yeah, there was nothing hidden there. This was like the very first thing that I posted, which was right after the Multiverse of Ned, the one that I did on Beggar Stream. I posted this on his channel when I did that. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Then we also made a couple memes. Just go through all the folders here. Okay, so we got some memes here to show you, which was this one. You guys will probably recognize this. The compensation meme. Which, if you won the Crystal Grail in 500k, then you can get some compensation. There was one meme, and then there was another one. I think it was cool. He wasted 30 minutes of his time and found out it was meaningless. Yeah, that was great. There's no hidden message in this one. Or is there in this one? So this was the picture that I posted the day before we did this giveaway. Because this weekend isn't big enough for 2 giveaway streams. Oh, you're a giveaway streamer, just not a Ned one. Oh yeah, what's the difference? Presentation. So that was kind of just advertising the stream. So now I'm going to show you the trailer. Let me bring it up here. Alright, so this was the trailer that we released for this giveaway. So I'm going to show it to you guys again. So that was the main trailer, and I actually continued on the last stream that we did, or the last, actually hold on, let me show you this first. So before that came out, I actually showed this trailer, which was the announcement of the bill. Yeah, that was the trailer that came before the other trailer. That was the trailer. And then for that video that we just showed, whoops, I scrolled down here. So for that video that we showed, I just asked everyone to get together. It wasn't actually a Fashionscape. I just asked everyone to come there. We spent about 20 minutes filming it. Let me show you the pictures that I sent Beggar. So I sent him a couple of pictures to kind of get the idea across of what I was trying to do. Okay. Or I thought I had it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this was the picture that I sent Beggar to kind of get people to do what they needed to do. And he basically just showed this to chat, and then they were doing what they had to do. And then I was going to do an alternate take, but that take looked okay. This was the alternate take that I had an idea for. So I basically just walked by, and then everyone would follow me. So it would look better in the next shot, but it worked fine as is. And then I did an AI-generated picture for this, and this picture. And I basically just wanted to have like a picture of a bunch of people on the ground, and then you can see like a galaxy up on the top. So that was that. And here is the poster that I made for it. This was basically just like for people that didn't watch the video. I had this poster made so that they can know what was going on, because a lot of people don't actually watch the videos. They just kind of look at things that are like pictures and stuff. So this was the poster that I made for it, to kind of just get people hyped up and know what's happening. Okay, let's see here. And then the so for that trailer, I actually expanded the BootNed thing, and I'll show you the other ones. I showed one at the beginning, but I'll show it again. Okay. Am I missing something here? What the heck? One second. It's supposed to be in here, but where the heck is it? Well, that's weird. Hold on one second. Let me see what's going on here. It was literally just right here. I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, here's the trailer for the previous.
Listen up.
This is for the previous explanation.
We need to play offense instead of all coming up to bat.
What?
I apologize, but I don't know your games.
So yeah, that's pretty much how the last one went. So I'm not sure where this video is. We'll come back to that later. Okay, we already did that one. Okay, actually, oh wait, I think I know where it is. I had everything right here, and I don't know what happened to it. All right, whatever. We'll come back to it later. I showed those two. Did that one. So with the budget increase, we increased it from 700 mil up to 1 billion. And the reason why I did that was because I wanted to do a 1 bill giveaway. I've never done one before, and I've always wanted to do it. We don't have any music. There we go. I actually didn't decide to do it right away. I actually thought about it for quite a while, and I wasn't sure if I was going to actually do it. What was hidden in this image? We'll get back to that. I took advantage of this big giveaway being huge by adding all the different things, and we'll probably not be doing something like that again because it was a ton of work. But it was pretty fun. I liked it. So now we come to the early bird, which was done right at the beginning of the stream. We played a game called Super Flight. I was giving out 400 GP for every 1 score that I got in that game. And that was 1 mil for every 2,500 points, and I think the most points I got was 20,000. So that was like pretty much the entire thing. And we switched over to marbles after we drained the budget on that one. So anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about the games. Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing here. Okay. I wonder, I couldn't find it. So this entire giveaway was called the Social Experiment Giveaway, and the entire design philosophy behind it was that I wanted to have a giveaway where you can make choices, and those choices would affect the outcome of the game and all the other people that are playing the game. So that was kind of just the general thing that I was going for with that. And this was originally going to be done on Beggar Stream, and let me show you the slide. So this is what the game looked like. And basically, when you pick the green box, it would increase the red box by 1 mil. So the arrows on the side would go down by 1. And then if you pick the red box, it would just give you the prize, and it would not reset. It would just keep going down. If it was an experiment, what was the results? Did they match the hypothesis? I expected this game right here to go up to probably about 20 to 25 mil before it ended, before people stopped picking the green. And it went up all the way up to 30, so it was pretty close. But the other ones, we'll talk about those when we get to that point. But I did have some expectations of what it would do, and it was pretty close. I thought it was pretty close. But anyway, Beggar, I was thinking about doing this on Beggar Stream, and the way it would work on Beggar Stream. So anytime we do a giveaway on Beggar Stream, there's always there's about 20 winners every night, 10 marbles rolled. So if you pick 2 winners every time, that's 20 winners total. So I tried to think of a way to do that. So it was going to start at 5 mil, and every time that you rejected a prize, it was going to go up by 5 mil solid every time. So by the end of it, you could get 5 times 20, whatever that is. It's like 100 mil, so you could get to up to like 100 mil by the end of the night if you all rejected it, but that was just the way I was going to do it on Beggar Stream. But I switched it over to doing it on my stream because I thought about it for quite a while, and I thought that this kind of giveaway would probably work better on my stream when I could control the whole thing. Because on Beggar Stream, I'm kind of at the liberty of whatever it is he's doing. And on my stream, I can just do it however, which way I want to. And this 1 bill giveaway stream was actually going to be just this game and nothing else. It was going to be 300 mil. It was just going to be like a one-off thing. And later on, I expanded that when I decided to bring it up to 700 mil and do multiple things. And after completing the design of this game, I added an additional 50 mil to it. So it was originally going to be 300 mil. And then I added another 50 mil on top, so the budget for this game in particular was 350 mil. Let's see. And there's one comment that I thought was pretty funny when we were doing the giveaway, and that was, I think it was up to 17 mil. When we got up to 17 mil, somebody mentioned in the comment that you're a bunch of greedy greeters. That you guys could have picked, that could have been up to 25 if you guys had just picked all the greens. So I thought that was pretty funny. Because that's you guys, you're a bunch of greedy greeters. And so the way the game played out, it for the most part, it went up. Like, nobody really picked any reds until we got to 17 mil. Once we got up to 17 mil, people were picking the 17 mil pretty much every time. And after a little while, it went up a little bit further, and then it ended on 30 mil. And then I ended the entire game with 2 30 mil wins, because we didn't have enough budget to increase it further. That's where we made an agreement at the start, only pick green until I remember seeing that. But that's what makes it a social experiment, is you guys were kind of in control over how it went. And then the first person who took red was at 4 million GP, so the first 3 mil were actually rejected. So once it got to 4 mil, that's when the first person took the red. So that's pretty much everything for this game. And now we're going to move on to the prize tree. Computer's running kind of slow right now. So here's the prize tree, and I removed all the other stuff on here. We'll talk about the other stuff in just a minute, but this is the final prize tree and all the people that won it. So I did a kind of a prediction of what would happen. So my prediction was that we would go up here and then over here. So actually my prediction was basically that you guys would just even it out instead of just doing instead of going down here, you guys were going to go up and spread it between the people instead of just giving one person a lot of money and another person less. So you guys went up here and then you went down here, which is what I expected would happen. And then you guys went down here, and basically the way this game worked was the person who was here, they got to pick whether it goes up or down. And then that would determine which direction we were going to go and how the people that were coming up next were going to win. So COD Dirt Alive was the very first person to win. If he had chosen down instead of up, then BitHolmes would have won 2 million GP, but instead he won 1 million. And then Beggar was the one who won after that. He won 1,500, but had he picked down, he would have won 500k. So they kind of just picked the way the giveaway went. It was the same amount of money in either direction, but it just changed the quantity. So they went up on the first one. The second one, they went all the way down, which goes this way. And they were doing pretty much what I expected here. This one went up, and that was also what I expected would happen. And over here, they went down, and I was not expecting this, actually. So my prediction was actually they were going to take this right path here, because that was the most even one. It was just going to go straight over here, but they actually went down, which leads over to the 10 mil. So instead of going down here and splitting it, they put 10 mil and 5 mil, or 500k. So it Stegs, this guy would have won 500k, or 5 mil if Fly on Wings had chosen to go down instead of right. So then we'll continue here. And we've got the statues here. The statues were something that was added later. I'm going to show you guys the original prize tree. And over here, so this one for the prediction, I was predicting that it would be going down and then to the right, which would be the 7 mils here, because that was the more even one. Because I expected that you guys were going to spread it out, but you guys kind of surprised me a little bit on that one. So then we go to the right here. So then he picked to go up, and my prediction for this one was that we were going to go down to the right and then go up. And then from here we would have gone down here to the 4,500 and the 6,000. So that's what I thought was going to happen, but that's not what happened. My expectations were based on what I thought you guys were going to do, because I figured you guys would probably just like spread out the wealth rather than just, you know, giving one person a lot of money. So my assumption was that you guys would do a more spread out version, but I guess all players are greedy, so who knows. But anyway, we went up here, and then we went to the right, and then we went up, and then from here we went to the right, and then we went up, and then from there it just ended. And then the last guy, the Bullman, he didn't have any choice, so he just won that. I started it. Yeah, you did start all that. He started with that 1 mil right there. Ooh, that was actually 500k. So now that I showed you guys that, let me show you the design document for this. This is what I used to actually make it. Make sure this is the right one. So this is the early version. This is what I used to actually make the prize tree happen. And the reason why I did this is because it's much easier to edit this thing and the numbers to kind of get everything right, rather than doing the entire thing on the other side, because it takes a long time to make those up the way they were. But basically I just laid out all the numbers and the kind of general design, and then I used this as a template, which would be what I used to make the final giveaway. So I basically just kind of looked at this and then made it look good in the final version, but this was the early version that I made, which shows all the numbers that were going to happen. And some of these numbers ended up changing, like the connections here. These are a little different because that was when I increased the budget. I was looking for a cipher. There's no cipher in this one. If there's any hidden messages, I'm going to show you it. Is it random? It's planned, kind of. I'll show you all the hidden stuff. But anyway, we had this price tree here, and there's another picture that I have here. I guess I can't do that one. Some of these pictures got corrupted, and I had to redo them a little bit. But let me show you another idea that I had. So this was something that I just barely got started on. I was thinking about doing it this way instead, where you start in the middle, and then you could branch out in any of these directions. But what would have made this game interesting was the fact that you could do this. So let's say that you start here. Whoops. Let's say you start at the 500K and you decide to go over to the 1 mil. So then the next person that hits it, they get to go to this 1 mil right here. And then the next person that wins, they could either pick that 1 mil or they could start a new branch. So let's say they don't want that 1 mil, they want this 2 mil. They can then start going this way. And then the next person that wins, they can choose to either go this way, go this way. This way they can essentially start off wherever the other person started off, or they can start a new branch. So that was kind of the second idea that I had for this, and I decided not to do that because it was really complicated. It would have been a nightmare to balance this thing correctly. So I decided not to do it. I didn't really do too much work on it. As you can see, I barely got started on it. All existing branches could be extended, yes. So basically you could just you could choose to either continue what the other person did, or you can just start a new branch and go in a different direction. So you could essentially choose whatever you wanted. And it was pretty cool, but it was going to be very difficult to do, so I decided not to do it. Alright, let's see here. Let me show you an early version of the prize tree too. So here's the numbered version. And this is where I put, this is before I took the pictures of the GP. I just kind of put the numbers in here to give myself an idea of what it was going to be. Then I was actually going to put for the secret, I was going to put a nature ring in here instead, but I changed it to GP. Because the nature ring doesn't really represent how much money was on there unless you know it. And then down here you can actually see the original battle pass. It was going to be a bunch of these little numbers here. But I ended up changing that completely. So the battle pass was originally just going to be like a straight shot. You know, instead of having a battle royale, we were just going to have a battle pass. The battle royale was something that I thought up later, and we're going to get to that one later. So that was the early version of that. This picture, and this is just the final version of everything. This is what the final version looked like before I changed anything, and then I changed that to 10 mil. So yeah, there's that. If you can, you should look at Into Bricks CAD program, which uses DWG files. It's a lot easier and appealing to the eye. Yeah, I might look it up. At this point, it's kind of too late for that because I already did all this stuff, but I'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, let's move on. Oh yeah, and check this out. So I saved over this so many times that the color got washed completely out of this thing. Let me show you what I mean by that. You can actually, I'm going to take a picture of this real quick and show you the difference between these two. So look how much of the color got washed out on this thing. Oops. That's what it looks like normally, and that's what it looks like on the other side. The color got completely washed out because of how many times I was doing the, how many times I was saving over it. It's like every time you saved it, the color just got completely washed out. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Because I remember I put, when I increased the budget, I added some more GP on there, and the color was so different on them that it just stood out like a sore thumb. So that was pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and move on. So now we're moving on to the secret. So the secret was up here. This was the 10 mil. And this was an idea that I had. And the funny thing about the secret was I actually had this on my account for a long time. The codes that you saw on there, I actually had those on my profile before I even thought about doing this. That's actually been on my profile for a very long time and nobody ever found it. So let me show you how to solve this secret. So the first thing you would do is come in here. And there's some code up here, which you can't really see it, but up here there's some binary code, and it's really hard to see it, but when you translate it, it translated to Twitch profile. And then the next thing you would do after that is go to my Twitch profile, and the picture you're looking for was right here. And when I first started doing it, I actually put find it in my profile, so you had to find it, and this is what you're looking for. Right up here, there's a thing up here that says secret. So it's exclamation point secret at the very top. And when you press that, it would actually bring up a storyline kind of thing. And we're going to go through that storyline right now. So let me show you this. Just 1 second. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the chat into emote only, and I'm going to be the one that controls the way it goes. And I'm just going to go through the entire secret. So we're putting the chat into emote only, and then I'm going to go through the entire secret. So here we go. Alright, so it started out with secret. And once you found that secret on the page, you go to exclamation point secrets. 1 second. Too many windows here. Alright, so here's where it started. So I'm just going to go through the entire thing. Basically, we're following the adventures of Secret Agent Ned on a mission. So you started at Port Sarim. And we're essentially invading the Ned quarters, which is a mysterious place that the government doesn't want you to know about. So when you first landed on the beach, there were two options you could take, which was the north path or the east path. So we're going to start with the north path, which takes us to the main gate. And we essentially got tased, and then the guard there took us into a dimly lit room and interrogated us for several hours, and we were never heard from again. So that was the last thing that you heard from him. And the idea behind these branching paths was to have a multiverse kind of thing. So in one universe, he goes to the north path, and that ends up with him being never heard from again. And then in another universe, he took the east path. So let's take the east path now. So in one universe, he actually did get caught and killed, essentially. So once we take the east path, we're going to go through the forest, and then we end up at the walls of the facility. And then you're going to go ahead and have three options here, which is lockpick, forest path, or old ladder. So let's start with old ladder. So this is basically a dead end. You basically try to climb the ladder, and then it breaks, and then you're dragged off into the distance, and you're never heard from again. So that's another branching path where you die. Then we got the lockpick. So your thieving level is too low, so you failed the lockpick. Guards are coming, so you ran into the forest, but you have no idea where you're going, and you get lost. So that's the last that they saw of you. So the correct option here was forest path, which may or may not be filled with traps. So then we went through a forest path, and then we fell into the plot hole, essentially. We ended up inside the Ned quarters very easily, which was exclamation point easy. So now we're inside the Ned quarters. There's a bunch of futuristic technology everywhere because this is the Ned quarters. He finds an elevator, and we go to one of these three floors. So we'll start with floor 1. So in floor 1, he finds a multiverse portal that's not fully set up. So when that multiverse portal turns on, he touches it and he immediately disintegrates. So maybe you shouldn't do that. So the second floor, I think it was floor 3, that was the other bad option. Let's go straight to floor 3. So floor 3 was the break room for the guards. The music playing stopped, and then they all just stared at you, and then they just jumped you as soon as you were trying to close the elevator door, and you're never heard from again. So that's that. So now we go to floor 2, which was the correct path. And you're in a hallway, and then you see a door in the distance, so you're kind of going through there, and you're hearing a bunch of different things, and it's really weird. And then The door is locked, but there's a little sign next to it, so let's go ahead and read that sign. And this sign is in a different language. And Intel, they provided you a book that has all these different translations and translate. So this is the translation, and this is where people got stuck the first time. And the way you solve this was to look at all the capital letters in order, and then if you notice at the very top it says "wow" space exclamation point. The exclamation point with the space was actually there to be an indicator that there's a command. So it had exclamation point and then unless. That's the first capital letter. 7. Excellent, knowing, and you. Those are all the different words that were capitalized. So that spells out exclamation point, use key. So if you just look at all the capital letters in that sentence, along with the exclamation point, it spells out use key. So then you look under the welcome mat and you find the key, which unlocks the door. So anyway. So now you're inside the room. You see equipment everywhere. And your target was spotted. It was a blue glowing chest. And what that chest has is intel. Or it has another thing. I'll show you that in a second. So in order to unlock this chest, you had to put a rune inside of it. And the 3 options are fire, cosmic, or law. So we'll start with fire. So the chest catches on fire and melts unnaturally fast. And the contents inside are destroyed. So way to go. Then cosmic. So the chest begins glowing and it vibrates and hums, and then right as you think something's about to happen, it just disappears into the cosmos, and that means you failed the mission. So good job. And then the third option was law, which was the correct one. And it's funny because people would literally just go straight to the end of this thing and not even really try to actually like read it, because people are like, I can't even read it, people are going so fast. But anyway, inside the chest there was a cube made of metal, or made out of something that appears to be steel. And then when you accidentally touch it in a certain way, it shakes and ends up becoming more intense, and then it transforms and turns into a robot. So we'll type in robotic. So the robot powered up, and it sounds like it's going to explode, and you wait 30 minutes for it to load after the loading bar comes up. And then Ned AI is what it was bringing up, which is Artificial Intelligence Ned. This is the beginning of that thing. He's essentially just an AI-generated thing. So then the options were yes or no. If you picked no, it'll ask you why you picked no. If you pick yes, you have to start by accessing the Ned server, and this was just a bunch of... this is basically just like a big old filler, essentially. So let me go through this whole thing. So now we bring up the notepad. So this one, there's the option to do, it said double click, but you were actually supposed to type double click phrases. So if you type just double click, it does that. So you have to do double click phrases. Then you got to go to Project Delta. And that's Project Delta is classified information. So then this is where you essentially find the information you need to get to the vault. So then you go to the vault. So now you're going to be decrypting the vault, which has the prize. So let's go ahead and start. So this was the first binary puzzle. And what this translates to is round 1. So then here's the first round. This one is a hex, I think it was a hex code. When you translate it, it'll give you, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it gave you another code. But ultimately it ended up going to phase 2. That was what it ultimately translated to. So this code was another one. It was essentially a code within a code within a code. So you solve the one code, and then it gives you another code, and then that code gets another code, and then that's what it essentially told you to do. And this one translated to solve Fossil Ban, which was this. So that was the invalid cipher, which Fossil Ban is a anagram. So that was the idea behind that one. And then if you type customer support, You can bring this up and it kind of gave you a hint. The letters you entered were correct, the order was not. So that's essentially telling you that you got the right words, but you didn't get the right organization of the letters, which is an anagram. So ultimately, Fossil Band is an anagram for Final Boss. So then Final Boss ends up, it's another code within a code within a code or something like that. This was very complicated, by the way. So all these codes here, the round 1, phase 2, Fossil Band, all that crap, these were actually on my profile for years, like back when I was doing the drop parties, and nobody ever found it. I was actually going to give 10 mil to the person who found it first, but nobody ever found it, so I decided to implement it into this giveaway. So ultimately, the Final Boss code ends up translating to Treasure Room. So now this is where you enter the number. And a lot of people did not understand this very well, so I'm going to show you how to find this number. So if you just enter the number, it says no number entered, so you actually had to enter a number. And let me show you where to find this number. So a lot of people were looking here. They thought the number was here. The number was not here. Let me show you where the number was. This is where the number was, and let me show you where it was. Right here. It's all the way in the corner here. So let me bring that a little bit bigger. It says 72747678. So now you do this. So then you enter that number, and that's how you solved it. So then you take the intel and 10 million gold and exclamation escape. So now you're trying to escape. And you're stopped by a guard, and you're about to get into a really big fight. And then right as that's about to happen, you get a bright flash of light in front of your eyes. So then we'll take this. So now you're traveling what appears to be space. All kinds of shapes and colors fills your field of view, which if you watch the videos during the giveaway, that might sound familiar. Basically, what happened here was Secret Agent Ned finished his mission, and he was trying to escape. And right as he was trying to escape, he got teleported through the multiverse portal to where EDN was. And he was just about to start the Multiverse of Ned giveaway. He was teleporting all the Neds there, so he just got teleported all the way across the multiverse. And that was the entire secret. So I'll take it off chat, or modes only. So yeah, that was the entire secret. And I just wanted to have like a really big clue-based thing, and like just like really crazy thing that you guys could figure out. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. So you guys can read through that entire thing if you want to. You can go back in the VOD and read it if you didn't get a chance to read it. But anyway, that was that thing. Let's see here. And when I did this, I was actually worried about it spamming the chat, so I added a 10-minute delay to each of the things that we were doing. And I did it this way because hiding a picture on the card was too easy. So I wanted to do something a little different this time. Because before you could just do like a paint tool inside of an MS Paint or something. And by having it in the chat, then everyone has to solve it. And what else here? And if you actually look at my old giveaways, you can actually see that secret command that's on my profile picture. Because it was there for a very long time. So that's pretty much everything for that. Now we're going to move on to let me see here. I think I actually have something else to show you. So let me show you two quick videos here. These are the early versions of some of the videos that I made. I'm going to show you two of them. So this is the original intro that I did. This is the early version of the intro, which this was like the placeholder clips that I used, and I didn't actually I changed it a little bit at the end, but this was the earliest version of the trailer, and there's actually a different title for the first chapter too. Where's the sound? At this point, I didn't actually know what I was going to be doing. So as you can see, it's just a placeholder clip. There's nothing really special about it. It's just there to kind of give me an idea of what it might look like. But pretty much it just shows that and then goes with the whole thing. So this was just like the early version, kind of showing what I was going to do with that. So let me show you the other video here, which was the early prize tree video. So this is the early version of the prize tree. You can see the original prize tree. And it's pretty much the same, actually. Let me scroll through this. So as you can see, instead of having those statues, we just had gold. And the video is pretty much exactly the same otherwise, but we'll come back to this in HD. But basically that was the original version, which had all the original stuff on it. And what else here? That's pretty much it for that one. So now we'll get to the bonus round. So during the giveaway, I did a bonus round. And let me show you what the bonus round is. Oops, that's not it. So this was the bonus round. This was an idea that I came up with to kind of add. This was what I added 100 mil more GP on top of what I was doing. So originally the giveaway was 1 billion, and then I changed it to 1.1 billion because I wanted to add this bonus round. And let me show you guys what this bonus wheel actually looked like without the question marks. And actually the reason why I did this mainly is because I wanted to do something with bonds. So this is what the wheel looked like without all the question marks. We had 11 bonds, and we had a bunch of little smaller prizes in there, like the Onyx and the thingy. And for this one, you could win a minimum of 2 prizes. You had to win a minimum of 2 to actually end your turn. So if you spin this and it hits end turn on your first try, that doesn't actually count. And the first person that rolled this, they got like 8 prizes off of here. So they pretty much drained it on that very first turn. That was like 50, 60 mil in that one turn. And then there's a second person that won that. They got the Justy Helm and the Light Bearer, I think it was. But anyway, that was the bonus round, and the whole idea behind the bonus round was because when we did the multiverse of Ned, I really liked when you spin the wheel and you get those little bonuses, and it just kept going and going and going until you hit something else, and I wanted to recreate that for this. So that was kind of the idea behind the bonus round, was to recreate that idea. Okay, what else we got here? So now we get to Danger Ned. So Danger Ned. Okay. So one thing about this picture, I actually don't know what happened here. If you look at the pictures here, it says Beggar Official on the right side, but that's not Beggar Official, that's me on both sides. I'm not sure what happened to the original picture that I took, but I did actually take a picture with Beggar and it's in the video, but I can't find the original picture for some reason. But this was actually incorrect. I don't think anyone even noticed that there's the same picture on both sides. Let's see here. Danger Ned is a thrill-seeking stuntman. He likes to do dangerous things such as wildy runs, so that's why he was doing that. He was one of the unlockable characters in the Battle Royale, and the reason why that happened is because he was off doing something that risked his life, and he came later into the Battle Royale. When I first came up with the idea to do this, I wanted to do something with Beggar during this. If you use Blessed Hide, you would have been tanky. Yeah, I wasn't really trying to run too far on my account because I had a bunch of stuff to do. So it was more of a wildy run for Beggar because he didn't really make it far, but it was supposed to be for him mainly. And let's see here. But anyway, I wanted to have something with Beggar, so that was kind of the idea behind that, was to just have something with Beggar. And then the Sand and Ed house drop party, that was another thing I was considering having a Beggar do. That would have been a little bit more complicated, because I had to kick people out of the house, and I wasn't really sure how I would get them back in without letting everyone else in. But anyway, what happened, originally I was actually supposed to have Beggar come on to my voice chat, but he got electrocuted the day before, or the day of, and he was not in good shape, so he ended up not joining the voice chat. So we just kind of did it through the stream. It went fine, but it was originally supposed to have him join the voice chat. So anyway, that's pretty much it for Danger Ned. Okay, now we're on to Clue Hunter. So Clue Hunter, where is it? Once again, I got too many things open. Oh wait, I have a few more things to show here. So when I originally took that picture, this picture right here, I asked Beggar to come and stand by the wilderness ditch with a skull over his head and a third age helmet, and then there's a guy that thought I was scamming him, so let me show you the text chat for that. This is what happened when I was asking Beggar to stand by the wilderness. This is what the text chat was. So he's telling me to hop worlds, he's scamming me, guys. So, yes, Blizzard to come, Genki, yeah. Yeah, Beggar was... These people thought that I was trying to scam Beggar because I was telling him to stand by the wilderness with a skull on. So they were essentially just like coming over here and telling him not to go. And I was worried that he might like get me reported here or something, but it was fine. So that was just the text chat that I had him, that he posted. And then here's the picture of the map. This is where I told him to run when we started this wildy run. And essentially, I was covering the screen, and then we just went there, and then I uncovered the screen. I said Blizzard, but I meant Beggar, yeah. Yeah, you probably would have said the same thing. I was just like, Beggar, don't get me banned, dude. So anyway, that was Danger Ned, and now we've got Clue Hunter. Here's the Clue Hunter card, and this was probably the least social experiment part of this giveaway. And the reason why I did this one is because for the longest time I've had the idea to use clue caskets as a part of a giveaway, and I just wasn't really sure how to do it. And when this giveaway came up, I figured this would be a great opportunity to do it. And this was your favorite part? Yeah, I like this one too. Too bad we didn't get the Ranger boots though. But basically, I just wanted to do something with clues. This was something that I've been thinking about for a long time, and I wasn't sure exactly how to do it. And when I came up with the idea for this one bill giveaway, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to do it, since I'm putting so much effort into it already. So the plan was to get 100 caskets, which would be 70 medium, 10 easy, and then 5 of the rest. So it's a total of 100. So the way this game worked was you could pick either the green box or the yellow box. If you pick the green box, whatever's in that box is what you get, and you could pick any of these boxes. And then the yellow box down here, if you picked one of these, you get a crappy item, but there's a little casket here in the corner, and you would get to spin this wheel here. So this is the Clue Hunter wheel. If you picked one of those yellow boxes, the first thing you would get... Demi Veman, welcome. We're in the middle of discussing this whole thing. Yeah, once you pick the yellow box, you would get to spin this wheel, and this wheel had Ranger boots and a third age amulet, as well as a bunch of caskets. And this is the bulk of where the caskets went out. And I actually screwed up a little bit. There was only 5 sets of caskets, but I accidentally put 6 on here. So when it came down to the end of the giveaway, I basically just removed one of these and replaced it with a 2-hand sword. And then with the budget increase, part of the budget increase actually went to this wheel, which was the Ranger boots and the amulet. But let me show you guys the original idea that I had for the Clue Hunter wheel, which was this. I was going to do this instead, and it was a cool idea in theory, but I realized right away how incredibly time-consuming it would be to do this. So essentially, you would just keep spinning and spinning and spinning until you hit something that wasn't a casket. And this was actually what ended up inspiring the bonus wheel, because I wanted to have something that would have bonuses on it, like I did for the Multiverse of Ned. So I eventually changed it from this to the one you were just seeing. And I came back to this idea because I wanted to do it for the bonus round, but this was the original idea that I came up with, was to have all the caskets on the wheel like this. And then you just spin it over and over until you hit one of the GPs. So you basically just spin it, there you go, you get a casket. You spin it again. And there's the GP, so that would be where your turn ended. So essentially it would be something like that. And I changed that because it would just take way too long to spin this over and over and over. It was interesting. It could have had more caskets than what was on there now, but it was fine. So for getting these clues, it took me 70 raids to get the 5 master and the elite. I actually got 10 elites, and then I used 5 of those to make the masters. In order to get the mediums, 70 mediums, I opened 968 eclectic jars. To get the easies, I opened 200 gourmet iplings. And then for the beginners and some of the easies, I used a cannon in Lumbridge to kill 310 goblins. And for the hard clues, which I had to use for not just the hard clues themselves, but I had to use the hard clue for making the master casket. And I killed hellhounds in the wilderness by the resource area with the Ring of Wealth Eye, which makes it a 1 in 30 chance to get it. So the story of 4th Dimensional Ned equals I wanted to do the most elaborate giveaway ever. Yes, that is exactly what it is. What was I saying? And so I killed 220 hellhounds right by the resource area to get all the clues. Any champion scroll, I did not get a champion scroll. For the goblins, I actually already got the champion scroll for the diary. And then there's a couple of notable drops that we got, so let me show you those. So during the clue event, we opened a couple of clues that were kind of cool. So the very first one that we opened ended up being a pair of frog slippers. This was the very first casket that we opened the entire night, and we got frog slippers right off the bat. And then later on in the night, we actually got this master casket, which was 2 occult ornament kits, which is incredibly rare. I think it's like 1 in 800 for each one, so getting 2 in a single casket, that's pretty rare. But that was pretty awesome. I thought that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything bigger than that for the masters, but that was probably the biggest thing we got from that. And let me show you the entire clue log. It was, I think it's like a 1 in 800 or something like that to get 1 of them, and then getting 2 of them would be 1 in 800 twice. So I'm not sure what the odds are if you guys want to figure out the odds for that. But it was pretty rare. So anyway, let me show you the full clue log here. So these are all the clues that we opened during the entire event, and this is everything that came out of the clue caskets. So unfortunately, for the medium's not on here, but we didn't get anything for ranger boots for the mediums. Not sure why I didn't put them on here, but yeah, this is basically everything that came out of those caskets. So I think that's pretty much everything for that. Oh, there's one more thing. So originally, this giveaway, the Clue Hunter thing, was going to be hosted by Secret Agent Ned. That was actually the original idea that I had. I'm not sure why I picked that character. It's because it's because I had a song, and that song worked pretty well. And I'm going to show you that video. So this is the early trailer that I made for the second chapter, which is Clue Hunter. It was originally supposed to be Secret Agent Ned that did it. So here's the early trailer that I made. And there's the original title as well, Upgrades. At this point, I didn't actually know what I was doing. And Secret Agent Ned was going to be in a penguin suit at first. Then he was going to get out of the penguin suit. Which is why there's clips of penguins. It would be introducing, and then it would say Secret Agent Ned here. There's Beggar. And these are all just placeholder clips. I didn't actually finish this video. But basically this was going to be the introduction for Secret Agent, which I cut. So you can kind of just get the idea of what I was going for there, but that wasn't like the final. But anyway, there is that one. That's all for that one, I think. Yeah, the placeholder clips, the idea behind that is just to make things quick. Because if I just want to have an idea of what the video is going to be, I I just make a bunch of placeholder clips, and then it kind of gives me an idea of what it's going to look like without having to actually film anything. So that was the kind of the idea behind that. So next, Penguin Secret Agent Ned. Yeah, there is actually a Penguin Ned. Okay, so now we're on to Santa Ned. There we go. Okay. So now let me show you Santa Ned. So with Santa Ned, here's what we did. I invited everyone to the POH. Once everyone was here, I locked the portal and kicked everyone out. And then I had a 40 mil inventory. I dropped all the items everywhere inside the house. And then once all the items were visible, I unlocked the portal. And then once the portal was unlocked, you guys could see everything that was on the ground at the same time. So everyone just ran in, just went straight for whatever they wanted. So we had some people going like to the more expensive items, and then some people would just go behind and try to find the smaller items, and it was just whatever you wanted to get. And the idea was just to have everything visible on the ground at the same time, so when you run in, you could just go straight for whatever you wanted. And it went really well, and it was very, very quick. I was bad at Santa Ned, yeah. Some people brought Telegrab, which I think you probably should have if you didn't. It was a really good idea to bring it, but not everyone did. Gives you a bit of an advantage. For Santa Ned, we're going to be talking about the storyline behind Santa Ned later, but to put it simply, Santa Ned is EDN from another timeline. Or sorry, he's taken EDN's place. So the entire EDN storyline that we had before is essentially the exact same thing, but instead of EDN, it's Santa Ned. EDN. It's Ned spelled differently. And we'll get to that later. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what it is that we're doing here. But EDN is essentially a multiverse traveling Ned. But the Santa Ned timeline is essentially where Santa Ned is EDN, where the exact same thing happened as last time. But EDN, instead of having EDN do the whole loop, now it's Santa Ned doing the loop, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But that was kind of the idea behind that. Okay, so now we're down to the Battle Pass. This is what the Battle Pass looked like. We had a whole bunch of items on here, and this was kind of the thing that supported the Battle Royale. So originally, I didn't actually have the idea to do the Battle Royale. That came a little bit later. And the idea behind this Battle Pass was that you could either take the prize that's in the box, or you could take that prize and throw it into the Battle Royale. So you could reject this prize right here. So if you didn't want that, you could just throw it in here, and then it adds another 6 mil to the prize. So a couple people did that, not everyone did it, but I think about half of the people that won this ended up donating their prize. So the Battle Royale started out at 100 mil, and by the end of it, it ended up going up to 150 mil. So that was pretty cool. And had everyone rejected their prize, it would have gone up even further to 200 mil. So let me show you guys some of the old designs that I made for the Battle Pass. So here's the original, here's the final design for the video. There are some other versions that I made. My computer running so slow right now. Okay. So here's one of the designs that I showed you earlier. And this was originally just going to be a straight up Battle Pass. Like you just win 1 mil, 3 mil, 5 mil, 1 mil, 2 mil, 7, 3, 10, 12, 15. It was just going to go to the right. Whatever you win, that's your prize. And this was actually before I thought of the Battle Royale, because the Battle Royale actually came later. And here's another design. And this one, the idea behind this design was to have the different shapes to represent how big the prize was inside. But this looks like absolute crap, which is why I got rid of it. As soon as I finished it, I'm like, this looks terrible, so I just canceled it. It's Dex, welcome. We're talking about the games right now, and we're about to get to the storyline part of it. So this was the original idea that I had, was just to have like a whole bunch of locks in there and just have the whole thing be based on how much money is in there. So like this would be 1 mil, and like 2 mil, 3 mil, 1 mil, 3 mil, 5 mil, something like that. And basically, the bigger the box is, the more money was inside of it. And I cut this because it looked like crap. So there's that one. And this is just like an early thing that I made. This was actually like the editing thing that I did. You can see it kind of like down here. I was working on it, and this is kind of to keep track of everything. And I don't really remember what I was doing down here, why I wrote all these numbers and all this other crap. But this is kind of just like me designing the whole thing, and this is how I did it. So that's pretty much everything for that. And here's what the finished card looked like. You can see all the people down here that donated or took their prize. So the Hydra leather was donated, the statue was taken, that was taken, that was donated. Taken, donated, taken, donated, and donated. So all the people that donated, they threw their prize into the Battle Royale, which brought it up to 150 mil from 100 mil. And then about half of them took their prizes. So had everyone rejected their prize, it would have been a 200 mil Battle Royale. But that was the interesting part about it, is that it could change. I think that's everything for the Battle Royale. This. And here is the original fighter selection screen with the locked fighter. And the locked fighter was Danger Ned. And the reason why he was locked is because he was not at the Battle Royale at first. And he came later on, which is why he's not there initially, because he's off doing something else. And that was the kind of lore behind that one. And then once you finish that, you would unlock him, and that's what it would look like. And this Battle Royale is this Ned or EDN is both at the same time. You're welcome. What was I saying? I just completely lost my train of thought when Beggar said something. So this was based on something that Beggar said during the Multiverse and Ned, and he said that we're about to see a Highlander scene if there can only be one. And after I heard that, I decided to go ahead and just add all these Neds in here and have a Battle Royale. And I woke up from the taco coma. Yep. Yes, you did. Okay, so that's pretty much everything for the fighter thing. And so one thing I'd actually like to point out here, at the bottom here, you might notice that this entire thing is in alphabetical order, except for the very bottom row. So originally, when I came up with this idea, this bottom row didn't exist. It was only going to be 20 Neds. So it was going to be that. And it was basically going to be just 20, because then at the very end of the thing, if everyone had picked it, then everyone would get at least one. But then I decided to change it to add 5 more, which was the entire roster, except for Yield Ned. Yield Ned's not on here. You're my favorite streamer. Yeah, the Battle Royale basically came from an idea that Beggar said, where he said it's a Highlander scene where there can only be one. I like that idea. So that was kind of the idea behind that one. And then for this Battle Royale we're doing tonight, we expanded it to 30. And Lock Ned was actually going to be originally a character. Like, I was actually going to let you pick Lock Ned as a character. But then I changed it to Boot Ned, because I thought that would be a little bit more interesting. So originally Lock Ned was actually going to be a character you could pick as a character, like Lock Ned. Let's see here. And then the lore behind this is that Robin Ned, who's the main character of this, he stole GP from the Neds, and then he took off through the multiverse portal. And this is right after the EDN had teleported all the Neds there. And then the Neds didn't know who did it, and they started blaming each other, and then it got heated, and then the battle erupted. And there's only one Ned left standing. And let me show you this real quick. So, lore-wise, what was supposed to be happening here is that when somebody donated their prize, like this one right here, because he rejected his prize and donated it over to the Battle Royale, that's the equivalent of Robin Ned stealing it from him. So that was the kind of the idea behind that, was that Robin Ned is stealing the prize and putting it into the Battle Royale. So that's the lore behind that one. Okay, So that's pretty much everything for explaining all the stuff that happened. So now I want to run a quick poll to see what you guys like best. Let's go ahead and run that. Why can I not run a poll? You have to turn it on. I was gonna put a poll, but I apparently cannot. So I'm doing this wrong. Do /poll. But anyway, I was gonna run a poll to see which game you guys like best, but go ahead and just type it in chat. Which game did you guys like best? There was the main game, which was the one where you pick either the 100k or 1 mil, the prize tree, the clue hunter, or the battle royale. Which one did you guys like best? I think my favorite was probably the Clue Hunter one. So it's kind of unpredictable about what would happen there. I don't know where this poll is. Oh, that's weird. See a lot of Clue Hunters. It seems like everyone liked Clue Hunter. The loot boxes. Seems like Clue Hunter was everyone's favorite, so that was pretty cool. So anyway, let's move on. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and roll another marbles. Pick 6 more winners. 5 are going to go to the Battle Royale, and 1 is going to go to a bond. 1 second. Oops, that is not what I meant to click. I just opened Epic Game Store. Go ahead and roll another marbles. Yes, we're doing another battle royale tonight. This one's going to be for 50 million. We'll do another one of my maps. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth are all getting entries into the battle royale, and then 7th place is going to be getting a bond. So good luck. But how late are you streaming? Probably about another hour-ish. Hour and a half, maybe. If somebody else, if you already have a spot in the battle royale, you can get another spot. There's no limit to how many you can get. Let me set the rules. Here's the rules. So if you're not 1,000 total, you might as well not even enter. Yeah, you can have multiple entries. We had multiple entries last time. This is the other God Wars dungeon map. So there's Zamorak with his frowny face. He's very mad. And we got Armadillo doing his little flying thing here. And here's Saradomin with her very, very long neck. Shield. And then there is the Nightmare, which was the big disaster drop where we lost 40 mil. You guys remember that? Of course you did. And only 13 people. Interesting. Turn this down just a little bit. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, you're all getting a spot on the Battle Royale, and then 7th place is getting a bond. How many spots are left on the BR? We filled 5, and there's 5 more for this one, and then 5 more for the next marbles. So there's going to be a total of 15 people in this Royale. And the winner gets 50 million GP, and then 2nd place will get a clue set as well as some prizes. So let's see who gets it. added a 1,000 total level as a requirement this time because last time we did it, a guy with 500 total level won the 150 mil. Which there was no rule against it, so it wasn't technically something that was against the rules, but it's still a little disappointing. Let's see who gets it. Oh man, Broby One's just pulling ahead here. His total level was like 500 or something like that. But I did check him for alting. I didn't see anything suspicious. There's a couple of accounts that I checked on the for alting, and it didn't look like anyone was alting. Or at least the ones that were alting didn't win. Oh yeah, you want to see how fast he would grow? John, Broby won. So we got 3 more spots. I think these 3 are going to get it. Unless Young Ego can pull through here. Alright, there's our first 5. Those are the Battle Royale entries, and the 7th gets the bond. Come on, you guys can do it. Is it going to be Demi Venom or is Stegs? It's Stegs. Alright, so first through 5th place you're getting the Battle Royale, and then is Stegs you're getting a bond. So let's go ahead and do the Battle Royale first. Okay, so Jojong, you are the first person who gets to pick here. So which Ned do you want? Jojong, are you there? Jojong, you gotta pick your character. Is music too loud? I think it's too loud. Let me go with Troll. Alright. He's picking Troll. Put you in here. There we go, you're in. Okay, so next is Broby-Wan. You get to pick your character. Which one do you want? Mysterious. He's going for Mysterious. Let's put you in here. Alright, you're in. So next up is Bit Holmes. Bit Holmes, which one do you want? He's going for the 40. Oh, music's loud? Okay. It's really hard to tell sometimes. Okay, he's going for 40. Comus, welcome. I'm doing great. We're doing another Battle Royale. Okay, you're in. Next up is Fried Riches. You get an Ed. Let's go ahead and pick yours. And Istegs will get to you last. Oops, I just logged out. So, Fried Riches, he's going with Team Ned. Awesome. 1 second, I just logged out. There we go. Okay. So he's going for Team Ned. And this was the one that we used for the mini game drop party. And I did that with Beggar. There's Team Ned and there's Team Beggar, which is the red and blue. Red versus blue. Mondel 28 was the one who won the Battle Royale last time. He's the one that won 150 mil, who had about 150 or 500 total level. Okay, let's get this in here. Alright, you are in. And then we got Frost is Me. Frost is Me, you get to pick a Ned. Leprechaun, he's going for the Leppy. Frosty is it. Luck of the Irish, exactly. Alright, you are in. So now we need to find, it's Stegs. You have a bond that you need to pick up. And you did not type your RSN. What is your RSN? I am in 305, right in front of Edgeville. 4-bet fold, okay. 305 right in front of Edgeville? Yeah, 305. So guys, the first place of the Battle Royale is getting this 50 mil, and then second place is going to get all these caskets and all the stuff at the bottom. And then we have 2 more bonds here. There he is. Confirm in the chat this is you. Me? Okay. Alright, so now let's move on. Let me write these down real quick. I'm so bad at writing this stuff down. There we go. Okay, so What we're going to do now is we're going to go through all the videos that I made for this giveaway, the last giveaway, and I'm going to explain each one individually as to what's happening in each one. And then we're going to look at a timeline thing like we did last time, because I did make a timeline for this one. And I'll be explaining the Battle Royale and all that crap. So let's go ahead and watch these videos. So we're going to start with the very first video that was played. And I'll let the video play out in full, and then I'll explain what it was that you saw in the video. Just 1 second, let me find this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start from the beginning here. So this was the very first video that played, and this is a 5-minute video, so I will see you in 5 minutes.
Ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie.
Show starts in 4 minutes.
Visit our snack bar and treat yourself to some delicious Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches. Cook the Castleberry way, slowly over open pits of glowing charcoal, then seasoned with a sauce that's zesty, yet delightfully mild to please the entire family. Also at the snack bar, you'll find popcorn and soft drinks and candy and French fries to go with your Castleberry's barbecue sandwiches. There's plenty of time before the movie starts, so visit our snack bar right now for Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches.
So that was the first video. And let's go ahead and go through it and I'll explain what all that was. So right at the beginning, if you listen carefully, you'll hear some footsteps. You might not be able to hear it, but there's some footsteps right at the start. And that is 4D Ned walking into the theater, which is why it gets louder at the start. So you can hear the theater getting a little bit louder.
Our foods are fresh and tasty. Our drinks
It's as if he's walking into it. That's pretty much what the intention was behind that. So this theater, this is a four-dimensional theater, and four-dimensional is the one watching. You can actually peer into the three-dimensional world, and from a four-dimensional being's point of view, the third dimension looks normal. He's actually looking into the 3D world right now, and these are real events that are happening, and he's actually looking into our world at this moment, which is why we have the advertisement here with real people. So our universe actually exists in this multiverse kind of thing, and it's alongside the Nedverse. So it's a weird concept, but that's pretty much how it is. So basically, he's just watching an ad before the movie starts, and then it goes into a movie. This is kind of like the whole movie theme that I was going for. And it just has that screen. So basically, this entire giveaway takes place 5 years after the multiverse of Neds started, which is where all the Neds were teleported to the one universe, and then EDN just bailed on them. So they cannot find the location of the portal, and it took them 5 years to find it. So that now they finally found it. So these shots here, these black and white shots, these are just flashbacks of them trying to find the portal in different areas. And then this is the portal 5 years later. There used to be grass here, but now it's a desert because the grass died. And then this is the Ned that found it. This is Yield Ned. So he finds the portal and he enters it. So he goes in there and then he enters it. Then there's just this, which we don't need to read that. So now this one right here, it's called a New Dawn because it's essentially the start of the giveaway. I'm just kind of saying that, you know, we've got a new dawn of things happening right now. So that's kind of the intention behind that. And it kind of ties in with the whole how dark it is before the dawn. So that was something that I came up with for there. And this right here, this is what the fourth dimension looks like to a third dimensional being. So anytime you enter the multiverse portal, it actually takes you through the fourth dimension. So what you're seeing right now, this is what Ned is actually seeing. And this is what the fourth dimension looks like to a third dimensional being. It's just complete nonsense. So if fourth dimensional Ned were looking at the same exact thing, everything here would look normal, but to him it doesn't look normal because he's not a fourth dimensional being. So any time that they enter the portal, they see all these crazy colors and all this other stuff. And that was what Secret Agent Ed saw on the when he got teleported away, when it was saying that he was seeing all these crazy shapes and colors and all that crap. That was basically what he was seeing was this. So this is the fourth dimension, essentially. So that's the explanation of that first one. And then it just goes to the title screen and whatever. So now let's go to the next one. So that was chapter 1. Here's chapter 1.5, which is the prize tree. So this was the idea behind this was just to add a little bit more GP to have a kind of a consistent flow of GP going out. So here's the video for that. I just realized my mic has been muted this entire time. For that previous video that you just watched, the prizes that are floating around, those are the prizes that have essentially been lost by the Neds. So when the Ned goes into the fourth dimension, he might lose his prize that he designed, and then that prize will essentially just be floating around in the fourth dimension. So what you saw there was just a prize floating around. So this is the Wildy run that I did with Beggar. So Danger Ned is just a stuntman. He likes to do thrill-seeking stuff. So the whole idea behind him was that he would just be doing these dangerous things, and he likes doing that kind of stuff. So I did a Wildy run with Beggar, and originally I was going to try to do like the Santa Ned thing, but we changed that because it would be too complicated to do that. Pharaoh Vicky, welcome. What was I saying? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next one after that. There's not a whole lot to explain with that one. And let me show you guys the picture that I used for that. It's pretty funny. This is the picture that I put in that video. It's just a massive wall of question marks. I just wanted to fake you guys out and make you think there's some crazy thing happening when it was just a Wildy run. But I basically just copy and pasted this entire thing across the entire board, and that went pretty well. So anyway, let's move on to the next video. So now here's Clue Hunter, and this is my personal favorite video out of all these. All right, here we go. That was the Clue Hunter video, and let me explain what all that was. So right here at the beginning, this is a fourth dimensional object spinning. Everything you see here, this is all the fourth dimension. So Yield Ned and Clue Hunter Ned are actually not in the same area. It seems like they are through this video, but they're not. So that was essentially just a Yield Ned lost in the fourth dimension. And then we go to the next character, which is Clue Hunter. So he's also trapped in the fourth dimension, and he's just exploring around, so this is where we introduced him. So everything you see here, this is all the fourth dimension. This is what the fourth dimension looks like to a three-dimensional being. And yeah, there was a lot of introducing. So everything you see there, that's all fourth dimension. That is how the third dimensional being perceives the fourth dimension. Yeah, that's pretty much the explanation for that one. So now we move on to the next one. How many Neds are there? There are infinite number of Neds, but in this particular giveaway there are 30. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So it's a multiverse, which means there's unlimited Neds. So now here's the Santa Ned drop party. Here we go. That was Santa Ned, and let me explain what the heck that was. So for this one, we're entering an alternate timeline. And this alternate timeline is where, instead of EDN doing the Multiverse of Ned, where he teleports all the Neds to one universe, it's Santa Ned doing it. So Santa Ned is essentially EDN in this video. And he's walking through the multiverse portal because he can actually teleport through it instead of getting stuck. So this is the alternate timeline where he built his own portal. And then this is where he walks into the portal and instantly goes into the fourth dimension. So what you're seeing here, he's actually seeing that, and obviously it's synced to the music, but this is essentially what you see inside the fourth dimension as a three-dimensional being. And he's actually passing through it, he's not actually getting stuck inside of there. And I'll explain that a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening there. He's not getting stuck in, he's just teleporting straight through. That's what it looks like when you teleport through it. So now the next one. Here's Robin Ned. So now this is where we got into the Battle Royale. Let me get this other one up here. Is the Ned talking to us our Ned, or is he an imposter? You may never know. All right, here it is. So this is the beginning of Chapter 3. So that was Robin Ned, and let me show you what this video was. So once again, we're looking into the fourth dimension. This is what the fourth dimension looks like to a three-dimensional being. It's just a bunch of nonsense. So he just walks away. None of these Neds actually interacted with each other. They're actually in separate areas of the fourth dimension, which is a very big place. This is once again him looking into the fourth dimension. And all these Neds are trapped inside there, and I'll explain that a little bit more later. that's all just stuff that he's seeing. It's a crazy place. So pretty much all these videos, you're just looking into the fourth dimension. You're seeing what the fourth dimension looks like to a third dimensional being. And then we'll move on to the next one. And then this is what came directly after. So basically Robin Ned, after being teleported, he stole some GP from the Neds and then immediately ran into the portal that he was teleported from. But by doing that, he got himself stuck into the fourth dimension. So here's what happened to the Neds after they discovered their GP was missing. So that's the Battle Royale. There's not really a whole lot to explain with that one. Basically, they just got pissed off at each other and just killed each other. So that's the entire story behind that. And that was just not too long after they got teleported there. So that went pretty well. And now... guys, it is time for the moment that you've all been waiting for. Here we go. I'm sorry you had to see that. But Keoff, to answer your question, the fourth dimension looks normal to a fourth dimensional being. That theater that you saw at the beginning, that's what it looks like to a fourth dimensional being. And yes, that was Super Smash Bros. Music. Let's see. So that was it for the beggar drawing. There's not really much to explain about that one. That entire video was done in one take. I didn't do any additional takes for it. I just did it all in one go. So that was pretty cool. So now we come to the ending. And this was the big quote-unquote plot twist. So let's go ahead and play that. So this was the ending, and I'll explain it after it's done.
Yeah, man, Tom Spyro's tetrahydrocane combination.
So that was the introduction of 4D Ned, and let me explain what that was. So we're looking at the portal right now. This is the 3D world. And as we're doing this, so we're zooming out, and you'll notice that the screen kind of goes smaller. This is actually showing that we're looking at this through a theater. And this is a 4-dimensional theater. So that theater that you saw halfway through, that's a 4-dimensional area. And it looks normal because 4th dimensional Ned is the one we're looking at through his perspective. So this is just showing that you're looking at it through a theater screen. So 4-dimensional Ned has been watching the entire giveaway happen in the 4th dimension. So there's a theater. This is a 4-dimensional theater. So those crazy visuals that you saw earlier, if they were a 4-dimensional being, this is what it would look like. It would look normal. So then it goes to the side here. And that was just the introduction of him. So he's been watching, 4th dimensional Ned has been watching everything that's been happening in all these giveaways. Because in the 4th dimension, he has the ability to look into the 3rd dimension, or even the 2nd or the 1st dimension. The reason why it's a theater is because the same the same way that we look into a like if we look at a cartoon in a theater, that's essentially us looking into the 2D world. So by that same kind of logic, he's looking into 3D world as entertainment, kind of like how we look at a cartoon, and a cartoon would be like the 2D world. So that's kind of the idea behind that, is he's looking through a theater, a 4D theater. So there's that. What else we got here? So now that's the entire storyline, and let me show you the timeline for that. And prepare to be confused. So here is everything that happened. This big old picture here. So here's the main timeline. This is where we completed the Beggar Official in the Multiverse of Ned on Beggar Stream. So from here, we go 5 years later. Yield Ned finds and enters the portal. That was what the first video was. He enters by going through the portal, you're actually going through the 4th dimension. So if you read this down here, the thing about, wait, hold on. I need some music. So the thing about the multiverse portal is that any person who enters it, they travel through the 4th dimension. And one thing that they didn't know about this portal is that if you're not from the universe that it was created, like for example, EDN was the one who created the original portal. He can go through it and there's no problems because he's from the universe that it's from. If one of the Neds that teleported there, if they decide that they want to go through the portal, they're going to get stuck inside the 4th dimension because it doesn't know what to do. Because usually the multiverse portal will take them through the 4th dimension. But if they're not from that universe, it doesn't know where to take them and they get stuck inside the 4th dimension. So Yield Ned at the very beginning, where you saw all those trippy visuals, that's him entering the 4th dimension and getting stuck in there. He is no longer able to come back to the 3D world. He is stuck inside the 4D world. Same thing with Robin Ned and same thing with Clue Hunter. And then 4D Ned, he lives there. He's just a being that lives there, and he's viewing the 3D world through a 4D theater screen, so that's what it says here. So each of these Neds, Yield Ned was up here at the top. That was the main timeline we did on Beggar Stream. And right here, this is an alternate timeline, where instead of Yield Ned finding it, Clue Hunter Ned is the one that found it. So he enters the portal, and he gets stuck inside the 4th dimension. And the thing about the 4th dimension is that the past, present, and future, they all exist at the same time in the 4th dimension. I believe that's a real thing that the 4th dimension would actually do. So all these characters, they actually came from different points in time. Like this one right here on the top, that's 5 years after the Multiverse of Ned. This one on the right, that's 2 years later, after the Multiverse of Ned happened. Then down here, we've got Robin Ned, so this one's a little bit more complicated. So right after he got teleported, when the Multiverse of Ned happened, EDN, he created the Multiverse portal. And after he did that, he teleported Robin Ned to his universe. And this was 20 minutes after he got teleported. Robin Ned stole the GP, and because of that, he caused a battle royale. Daedra Ned is also from this universe. He joined the battle royale late because he was off doing something else, which is why he was a hidden character. And then after Robin Ned stole the GP, he went into the portal, and then by doing that, he entered the 4th dimension, which he's now stuck inside of. So these 3 characters, they're never getting out of there. They are completely stuck in there. Now on the right here, this is where Santa Ned came in. So this is an alternate timeline where Santa Ned is stuck in the time loop instead of EDN. So if you were here from my last giveaway, or the one on Beggar Stream, the whole thing was a time loop where EDN was just constantly going on a loop where he gets, where he teleports the Neds to a different universe, and then he gets stuck in that, or he teleports back to the other timeline. So if you want to learn more about that, take a look at the other video, or the other recording that I did. But basically, he's doing the same thing that EDN was doing, and this is just him after completing the Multiverse of Ned. He goes through the portal and then ends up in EDN's universe, which is the exact opposite of what happened in the original giveaway. So in the original giveaway, EDN was the same thing as Santa, and he went through the portal to end up in Santa Ned's universe. But in this one, it's the exact opposite. Now Santa Ned's the one doing it, and EDN's the one that got teleported. So that's basically the explanation of that. And to put it simply, the characters that are inside the fourth dimension, they are permanently stuck there. They are never getting out. So they're just wandering around. They have no idea what's going on because they're stuck in there. And that's pretty much it for the explanation, I think. So it probably makes no sense, but that's the explanation. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So now we're going to move on to the next thing. So now we're going to get to the unreleased stuff. There's some unreleased stuff that I put in here. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a test in spelling counts. Okay, let's see here. So we'll start out with the new videos, or the videos that weren't released, and these are not completed, keep in mind. So this video was So this was a video that I made and decided not to make it because it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. But you guys will, and keep in mind this is not completed. You can actually see the green screen that was used, and it just looks terrible. So yeah, this is just an incomplete video. So check it out. This is where you can see the green screen.
Okay.
That was just a video that I made that didn't get completed. I thought it was going to be more funny than it actually was, but, you know, not everything's a winner. So now let me show you the other video. Ooh, I did not mean to close that. So this next video was an idea that I had to do a rap battle between two different Neds. And I was actually going to come up with two different costumes for these guys. And I didn't actually finish this video. I just made like a very basic video, and I didn't actually align the characters correctly or anything like that. I pretty much just slapped this video together, so don't expect anything special. But this was kind of just giving you an idea of what I was going to do. It was going to be a rap battle between two different Neds, and the backgrounds were going to change when you go back and forth between them, so I'll show you what that looked like. And this is not a completed video at all, so I didn't complete this. I pretty much just slapped this together to kind of just get an idea of what I was going to do. So yeah, that was just an example video that I made. I was just going to kind of use that to decide if I wanted to continue doing it. And the reason why I didn't continue is because it would have required a ton of editing. And it just would have been a ton of work to put that thing together to make it look right. So ultimately, I just decided not to do it because it would just take too much time to complete it. And the general idea was just to go back and forth between the two wrapping, and then it would just change the background, and the editing would change on the characters themselves, so it like zooms in and does all this crazy stuff. But it would have been a ton of work, and I just decided not to do it because it was just too much work. So those are the two videos there. Okay. So now, let me show you some games that were not added. So there's a couple of things that I decided not to add into this, and this first one I think you guys are going to like. So here is one idea that I had that I decided not to do because it was going to be a little bit difficult to pull off the way I wanted to do it. We're going to have the Ned dating simulator. And the way this was going to work was I'd make a video with a bunch of different options that would show up every now and then. You would essentially go through the video, and it would stop at certain points, and it would give you like 4 options. And the Ned would actually have like his own personality. So like the first question would be like, what is your opinion of PKing or something like that? And like if the Ned's a pacifist, then picking the option that you like PKing would be worse. So each of the options that you would pick would have money attached to it. When is this? This is not happening. This is a deleted scene. This is one of the deleted things from the $1 bill giveaway. Everything I'm showing you here was supposed to be in the $1 bill giveaway, but I decided to cut it. But pretty much it would just have certain points of the video would stop, and then I'd let you pick one of the 4 options or 3 options or whatever it was. And then whatever option you pick would have GP tied to it. So like option A would have a 1 mil, and option 2 would have 5 mil, and then 10 mil for option 3 or something like that. So essentially you would have to decide, you would have to figure out what the Ned's personality was and kind of like figure out what the correct answer was. So it would have been a lot of work, which is why I decided not to do it. And, I was kind of concerned about time because the giveaway was going to take a very long time. So that's kind of why I cut it out, but it would have been a pretty cool idea, I think. So let me show you the other one. So another idea that I had was a 2v2. So basically I would get together 2 teams of 2. Then the coin flip would decide who starts it. Let me get some music up in here. Yeah, there would be 2 teams of 2. The coin flip would decide who starts it. Both players on one of the teams would pick a number 1 through 100,000, and then I would roll the RNG for that range. And then whatever numbers they picked, I would subtract it from 100,000. And then repeat for the other team, and then whoever gets closest to the number 0 would win. Just coin flip to get rid of the suspense, yeah. Yeah, basically it would just be like a 2v2 game, and I think this was supposed to be like the bonus round, because I think at this point I was trying to think of a way to do a bonus round, because I wanted to do some kind of like bonus, which was what the wheel ended up becoming, but this was one of the ideas that I had. I basically just came up with a bunch of ideas, and then different things got deleted. So let me show you another one. So we've also got the jackpot wheel. And these are not the final numbers, this is just the idea behind it. And basically you would pick one of 3 options, which was 3, 7, or 10 mil, or something along that line. And then whichever the lowest option that you pick would have more spins on a wheel, and the wheel would have a jackpot of 50 mil. So if you pick the 3 mil GP, you would get like 3 spins on the wheel. If you pick 7 mil, you get 2 spins on the wheel, and then 10 mil would get 1 spin on the wheel or something like that. And this was just like the concept. I didn't actually finalize any of the numbers. This was just kind of like putting the idea down on paper. So I think this jackpot wheel is actually supposed to be the bonus round, because at this point I was actually just thinking about bonus round stuff. But most of the stuff that I came up with actually ended up in the giveaway. Like a lot of those ideas actually went in, but these 3 that I just showed you didn't end up making it. But you never know, they might show up again in the future, because who knows. So let's see what else we got here. That's all of the stuff that wasn't in there. So now we're going to talk about what comes next. So for the time being, I'm going to be taking a little break from doing these giveaways because I've spent a crap ton of money on this whole thing. My bank value has gone down by 50% by doing this entire series. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of go into recovery mode for a little bit and get some money back. I think I spent 2.5 billion GP on this entire series, which includes the Multiverse of Ned and the Fourth Dimension. So that was very expensive. But let me show you this thing that I came up with, and I'm going to show you guys this, and this is something that I'm not sure if I'm going to do or not, but I just kind of want to enter all the Baker's giveaways, yeah. I've been trying to. This is an idea that I came up with that I might do. I'm not sure yet, but I just kind of want to show you guys this and see what you guys think of it, and I just wanted to see if you guys are willing to do it or not, so here it is. I was thinking of having a giveaway contest where essentially you guys would submit ideas to me, and then I would make a prototype of that idea, and then I would give it a 200 mil budget, and then we would do like a contest to see who makes the best idea. And the main thing that I'm thinking with this is that if I did do it, I would want to know if you guys would actually submit ideas or not. So if I were to do something like this, would you guys actually submit ideas to it? So pretty much you wouldn't have to like make anything. You would just send me like a text description of what it was that you'd want to do. And then I'd take all those ideas and put them on like a bracket, and then we just kind of do a contest to see who has the best idea. And then whoever has it, I would make it into a full giveaway. So if this is something that you guys want to do, I'm considering doing it. I'm not sure yet. So what do you guys think? I'm saying a lot of yes. Any idea is fine. Basically, if I were to give you a 200 mil budget, how would you spend it? That's the idea behind it. It would need to be anonymous to the viewer until after voting. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, this is just like an idea that I had, and if I did do this, it probably wouldn't be for a while, but I just wanted to show you guys this idea, see what you think of it. Step 1 giveaway idea was give 100 mil to Kiosk. That's good. That's a great idea. Beggar says he has a pretty good idea. So yeah, this is just an idea for now. Maybe later on we'll do it, but I just want to kind of gauge your guys' interest, but it seems like you guys might be interested in it, so we'll see. We'll just kind of see how that goes. Hold on a second. I'm getting a phone call. Okay, we're good. Spam call. Yeah, anyway, maybe this will come back in the future, you never know. And so I've had some other ideas for what I might want to do. And most of the stuff wouldn't be for a little while. It's not something that's going to happen like anytime soon. It's going to be a couple months or maybe even like a year before that happens, because I need to recover some GP. You can get 2 groups of players, put one group on one side of the area and the other group on the other side of the area, number them all into even and odd pairings. Once you have both groups separated, you can take them into the phallic aquarium and shove it up your butt. Yeah, that's a great plan. I like it. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so some of the ideas that I have for what I want to do next, I want to try to do some maybe experimental stuff, which I don't really know what that would be, but I would probably do some stuff that would be a little different than what you would normally expect from a giveaway, like kind of what I did for this one, but like drastically different. And another idea that I had was maybe to do some game shows. Like, I'm not talking like Deal or No Deal, but I'm talking like custom game shows, like something that I would make myself. I could do a Deal or No Deal, but I would much rather like make my own game and have like basically it would just be like I pick 4 winners and then those are the 4 winners for the entire night. Because like the giveaways I've done up to this point is just like I pick one winner, they get their prize, I pick a winner, they get their prize, and so on. But with this idea, it would be like I pick 4 winners and that's the only winners for the entire night. So that's kind of the idea behind a game show that I would do if I were to do a game show. But I'm thinking about possibly doing that. So another thing that might happen, and probably will happen, is you guys will probably see 4D Ned make a return. I have an idea for what I want to do with 4D Ned. So I'm going to keep that a mystery for now, but these are kind of just the ideas that I have, so that's pretty much everything, I think. Yeah, that's everything. So now we're going to go ahead and roll the final marbles, and so like Jeopardy with 4 people, yeah, pretty much. But it wouldn't actually be Jeopardy, I would make my own custom game. Yeah, everyone gets something in the end. But it wouldn't actually be Jeopardy, it would be something else. It wouldn't be an existing game show, it would be a brand new thing that I made. It'd be like hand-drawn and everything. But I have some ideas for that, and I'll get to that. So now we're going to go ahead and roll the final marbles, and we'll roll the Battle Royale. That's pretty much everything I have to explain. Ned pretty. Let's go ahead and just pick a rain TK. And keep in mind, guys, the contest wouldn't be for a little while, so you can come up with ideas now, but it probably won't be a while till it'll probably be a little while before I actually decide to do something like that. But you can start coming up with ideas now for when it does come up. So we'll do 2 minutes for this one. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, you're going to the Battle Royale, and 7th place is getting a bond. And I logged out again. And the Battle Royale is for 50 million GP. And, let me show you. So what you see in my inventory is what the winners are going to get. 50 million GP for the winner of the Battle Royale. And then 2nd place on the Battle Royale is going to be getting all the stuff you see at the bottom, the bottom 2 rows. And then the bond is for 7th place. So good luck. And you have to be 1,000 total level to pick up your Battle Royale prize. If you are not 1,000 total level, it goes to 2nd place. And if they're not 1,000, then it goes to 3rd, 4th, 5th, and just keeps going back until somebody picks it up. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th are going to the Battle Royale. 7th place is getting a bond. Yeah, Kiev had like 3 entries in the last Battle Royale, and he died within like 4 turns. That was a tragedy. I'm not sure. I think having more entries is actually better for you, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. Because even if one gets knocked out, you still have another one. Think about it, you have like 4 entries, and then another person has 1 entry. They only have to hit once in order to lose, and then you have to hit 4 times. But I could be wrong about that. This is the troll map. Yeah, statistically, more entries is higher chance. Demi wants to be in the battle. Troll's name Marble. I see what you did there. He's holding a big bone. This is a really short map. Kiev is first. He got what he wanted. Now let's see if he can actually win it this time. We got Kiev, Fried Riches, Bit Holmes, Jojong, Young Ego, and Pharaoh Vicky is winning the bond. So let's go ahead and write these down. And I just click Epic Game Store again. Hold on a second, let me write these down. Riches. Bit Holmes. I think everyone has like 3 entries at this point. Young Eagle. And 7th is Pharaoh Vicky. 12. Okay. We'll go ahead and do the Battle Royale first, and then we'll throw out the bond. What am I doing? Okay. Okay, so first winner is Kiev. Kiev, you get to pick your Ned. I like Bit Holmes Ned. So which one do you want, Kioff? And once again, a reminder of the rules, guys. You need 1,000 total to win this. Oh, he wants golden. Something in the background. Okay, you're in. So now we've got Fried Riches. You get to pick one. Fried Riches, you get to pick one. Calling Fried Riches. Let's go with Elf. All right. Why did it repeat? Much easier now that I don't have a million things happening at once. Okay, you are in. So next is Bit Holmes. Bit Holmes, you get to pick one. Can you pick a Ned for me? Yes, I can. Let's go with... I know what I'm going with. This is your Ned. Everyone thinks that beggar is cursed, even though he got second place last time. You're in. Next is Jojong. Go ahead and pick a Ned, Jojong. Might be a little bit of a delay here. 3, 2, 1. All right. He's going with Durator. He's going to kill all of you guys. Put you in here. Alright, you are in. So next is Young Ego. You get to pick another one. Young Ego's going with Secret Agent. Too small. You have to screw it. Can I get this right? There we go. almost there. There we are. You are in. And then the last one is Pharaoh Vicky. You get a bond. So go ahead and come to 305 right in front of Edgeville. Young Vicky, are you there? Or not Young Vicky, Pharaoh Vicky. Elite Pharaoh. Pharaoh, you do not get an Ned. This is just a bond. 7th place is the one that gets a bond. So we're just waiting for... are you here? I'm looking for Elite Pharaoh. We're in 305. Oh, he's still on his way? World 305. And once again, guys, you gotta be 1,000 total level to win this battle royale. If you're not 1,000 total level, it goes to 2nd place, and if they can't get it, then it goes 3rd, 4th, 5th until somebody gets it. Waiting for Pharaoh. You almost here? It is casket time almost. GF, you won a entry. Oh, he's ready. I see Skillet Turk. That's not the same name that you have on your profile. This is Elite Pharaoh. I guess it is him. Okay. Double confirm this is you. Pharaoh, just confirm one more time. Me? Alright. So guys, it's time for a battle royale. So first place is going to get this 50 mil, and second place is going to get all these things at the bottom here. Let's go ahead and get this up here. Oops. So these are all the entries. These are all the people that are going to be getting in. Let's go ahead and bring up the wheel. I'm just going to reuse this one. Of all the stuff. Okay, here we go. Every time I open something different, it changes the file path. Okay, there it is. So we have 15 people in the Battle Royale. For this wheel, You do not want to get hit. If you get hit, that means that you are eliminated. So it's the last person standing on this wheel. And whoever is second place, they are going to be getting the clue stuff that you saw at the bottom of my inventory. So first and second place are going to be the winners. We got an explanation play? No, this is just a wheel that we spin. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and the last person standing is the one that wins it. Second place also gets something. All right, here we go. Guys, something just happened. It appears as though the Neds that are remaining on this wheel have come to an agreement. And that agreement is they want to do a 2v2. And you guys think you can just change the rules right off the bat? What the heck? Because you can. So let me show you what's about to happen. We're going to take these last four guys and we're going to do something a little different. And let me show you what that something is.
Team battle!
That's right. We're going to be playing some Smash. We're going to settle it in Smash.
Pikachu! Captain Falcon! Leave!
So I'm on these CPUs. So 2 of these Neds are going to be on a team, and the other 2 are going to be on a different team. Let me write this down real quick. So red team will be, so we've actually got 2 of the same person here. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Fried Riches, you are actually on here twice, so you're actually going to get an extra chance here. And actually, I'm going to put Fried Riches on the same team, because he's on the same side here. So both of the red team are going to be Fried Riches. And blue team will be Frost is Me and Bit Holmes. So now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pick a winner in chat, and they get to pick the 2 characters we use. So Jojong, you get to pick 2 characters, and those are the 2 characters that we're going to use for this. So which ones do you want to pick? Jojong, you get to pick 2 characters. Kirby and DK.
Donkey Kong! Ned!
Oh, it's kind of hard to control this with a mouse and keyboard.
Kirby! Kirby!
So there's red team, blue team. This is Project 64. So red team is going to be both Fried Riches, and blue team is Frost is Me and Bit Holmes. So good luck, guys. There we go with this one. So basically, if red team wins, Frost is Me, or Fried Riches, you win automatically, and then blue team, you're going to be facing off again. So good luck. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Red team will be Frost is Me, as well as Fried Riches, and then blue team will be Fried Riches and Bit Holmes. So Fried Riches, you're getting a chance either way. So you guys got that? Red team is Frost is Me and Fried Riches. Blue team is Fried Riches and Bit Holmes. Yeah. All right, here we go. Good luck. Swallow him, Kirby. Kick his butt. Ooh. He's stomping like a dick. Get the sword, get the sword. Smack him. Where's DK? Who's gonna lose their life first? Oh, there's mushroom. Or tomato. Oh boy. This is gonna be a close one. Oh, one down. Blue team's leading. Now they're equal. DK's not looking so hot. Oh, baseball bat. Smack him, DK. Use it, use it. Run into it, guys. Oh man, red team's not looking so good. Come on, red team, you can do it. Oh shit. Oh, that was close. Come on, red team, you can do it. So guys, this is what it looks like when the Neds fight. This is what the actual battle royale looks like. Just a bunch of crazy games. Oh, there's a fan. Hit him with the fan. Smack his butt. They keep picking up items and they don't use them. Red teams are not looking so great. Blue Kirby hasn't missed anything. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, red DK. That's not good. Red team, you're not looking too hot. You might want to kick it up a little bit. Baseball. Hit him, hit him! Kirby, what are you doing? Dude, Blue Kirby has not died once. He's freaking on steroids. Blue Kirby's red team is not looking so good. Cheering for Kirby. Oh, that sucks for red team. So blue team, you are the winner of that round. So now blue team is going to face off against each other. So now we're down to Fried Riches and Bit Holmes. It's really hard to control this. Okay, so we're now going to pick another winner, and they get to pick the next character. So Demi Vemin, you get to pick whatever character we use here. So which character are we going to use? Yes, just one. We're going to use the same character for both people. Crafted Falcon. Oh, he's going for the Fox. 1v1 with Fox on Final Destination. Fox! Fox! Okay, so Red Fox is Fried Riches, and Blue Fox is Bit Holmes. So whoever wins this is going to be winning the Battle Royale, and second place will get all that crap at the bottom of my inventory. So good luck, guys. Go Dreamland again. Red is Fried Riches, blue is Bit Holmes. 1, go! Yeah, got ripped both times. Come on, guys, do your wave dashing. When this game first came out, I played Fox as my main. Yeah, they're drawing you one away. That sucks. Red team's looking good. Oh. Whoa, he just threw it. Blue team, you gotta step it up. Oh man, he's getting smacked. Oh boy, he's got a bigger gun. They just throw the items, they don't even try to use them. Oh my gosh. Well, blue team did pretty well last time, and now it's the opposite. Holmes is not looking so good. Hey, Falco. Wombo combo. Okay. He's making a little bit of a comeback. This teacher not getting hit now. Deflect it. Deflect it. Oh boy. Oh! Well, that happened. Fried Riches, you are the winner of the Battle Royale. And Bit Holmes, you still win. So congratulations, guys. Go ahead and come to 305 Edgeville and I'll give you your prizes. I should have closed that, but whatever. Okay, so Fried Riches, you win the 50 mil, and then Bit Holmes, you win the clue stuff at the bottom. So I need you guys to put your oh wait, hold on. I can just look it up. Call me MD. So I see him right here. Oh wait, I gotta give you the clue stuff. We'll do the other one first. So I need oh, I need to change the song here. There we go. So I need Fried Riches and Bit Holmes. Well, Bit Holmes is already here. I need Fried Riches. Person is Bob8585. So you are the winner of the Battle Royale, and you get 50 mil. Congrats. Confirm in the chat this is you. Wait, yeah, are you? Oh, yeah, he's 1,000 total. He's good. Congrats. Go ahead and confirm just one more time. I saw you confirm, but just do it one more time. Friday, I need you to confirm one last time, just to make sure. Me? Alright. Congrats. So now call me MD, you're going to get everything you see at the bottom here. So we're going to open these caskets. If there's anything inside, you get to keep it. And let me show you the rules for Clue Hunter. So if you get any of those third age items, then I will sell them, and you get 25% of it, and I will use the other 75% to make a new giveaway. And then if you get a Bloodhound from one of these two master caskets, I will give you 25 mil. So good luck with that. And I'm going to drop the junkie items, which is why once again I'm giving you these. So let's open them, shall we? Here we go, first one. Good luck. Bunch of garbage. Bunch of garbage. Here's the 5 mediums. Hopefully you'll get the, let me show you my collection log too. So here's my medium clue thing. We have 300 opens, but we have not gotten Ranger boots or really any boots at all. So there's a pretty good chance you can get them. So we'll see how this goes. Here we go. 5 medium caskets. Garbage. Oh, wizard boots. It's not too bad. Nice little 200k. That could have been Rangers. Maybe you'll get lucky and we'll get both Rangers and the wizard boots. Here we go. And 2. Black leprechaun hat. It's like leprechaun deadlift you a little bit of a present. Alright, last one. Let me drop this one. Alright, last one. Good luck. No Ranger boots, unfortunately. Jeez, how many freaking ones do I have to open before I get these? We got better stuff in there. Drop all this. Wait, I didn't want to drop that. All right, now we're gonna do the hard. Good luck. Hey, Zami Kite Shield, not bad. All right, now the 2 masters. Hopefully I have enough space here. Okay. Go ahead and take this. That'll give me enough space. Put that stuff in the bank so I can give you the rest. And this is it, guys, our last chance to get something good. So good luck getting the Bloodhound or something third age. 3, 2, 1. And that is nothing. Well, that sucks. It's not a bad prize either way, but could have been a lot better. Did get the wizard boots and 1 mil, a couple more mil, nice little 4 mil, not too bad. Confirm in chat this is you. I know it already is, but still gonna confirm it. This is me. Alrighty. So guys, that is the end of the explanation stream. Thank you guys for coming, and we're gonna go ahead and raid somebody now. I hope you guys had fun. And now let's find somebody. I like to find somebody at the bottom of the list. Okay, let's see here. I always try to look at the very bottom of the list to the person that has the least amount. Alright, let's try this guy. Alright guys, here we go. Alright, we are rating, so thank you guys for coming. I appreciate all the support. And I'll keep you guys updated on whatever future endeavors I have. For now, I'm just going to be taking a little bit of a break. But after that break, I'm going to be coming back probably with something interesting. And we'll probably do that contest thing at some point, but I got to think about it a little bit more. But sounds like you guys are interested, so we'll see how that goes. Alright guys, we are rating now.